Hi, guys. Do you find yourself feeling overwhelmed with this lengthy list of habits that you're told that you need to have a healthy lifestyle? Or are you finding yourself struggling to be healthier and actually achieve your goals? Well, in this video, we are going to go through 11 healthy habits that will change your life. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you a great tip on how to bring them into your lifestyle. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so to kick this off, I'm going to go with the really obvious ones so we can get through those and then, of course, move on to the other stuff. Okay, so number one is we're going to move our bodies. Okay, we all know that our body feels good because it releases endorphins when we move and we exercise. Now, this could be you could go for a walk, you could cycle, put some music on and dance around your living room. Okay, moving your body doesn't have to be this 10-mile run or something crazy. Okay, it just means something that you're physically moving. Right now, the recommended guidelines is 150 minutes a week where your heart rate is increased above resting continuously. So that's 21 minutes a day, or say 350 minutes a week. Okay, that's to maintain a healthy body. So you could just go for a walk 3 times a week or every single day for a short walk. Okay, that will make you healthier or your body healthier because it looks after the heart and things like this. However, if you are looking for a weight loss goal or something else, then of course that won't be enough. You will have to tailor your workouts to fit that specific goal. Okay, or of course intensity levels. That's the other way to change it up, but that's a different story. So, healthy habit number one is to move your body. Number two is fueling your body the right way. Because we all know what we eat is what we are in some ways. I keep hearing that everywhere. But healthy eating is so important. But the thing that's not stressed enough is you need to eat healthy for your body. Okay. Your body is not my body, and my body is not your body, and so on. Okay. Whatever your body needs is based upon your body type, your age, your gender, your exercise levels. Okay. All these different things come into play when you're looking about what fuel you need. Okay. So when you start looking at going, okay, I need to eat healthy, first off, start by tracking and figuring out exactly what your body needs each day. How many calories, how much carbohydrates, how much of each the macro and micronutrients, how much of each thing your body needs. Okay, because the recommended guidelines that the packets have, that's upon an average. Okay, you're not average, you're special, you're unique, and you're amazing. So why aren't you fueling yourself to be the amazing person you are? Okay, it's much easier to change things you do when you know what your body needs. So start with find out what your body needs, and then two, start tracking the things that you're eating. Okay, then once you're tracking what you're eating, notice no changes have been made yet. Once you're tracking it, then you start to make the little changes. Okay, but next month I'm going to give you loads of videos about different little bits about healthy eating, so we'll get more into that then. Okay, now number three is excess. Okay, so just like when we don't do something, when we do it in too much, it can have a negative effect on the body. Okay, so that can be alcohol, sugar, carbohydrates. I was going to say chocolate there, so sugar, but it is sugar. Even exercise. When we do too much, it can have a negative effect on our well-being and our happiness. Okay, now things like smoking and things like this, of course, they're not healthy for the body anyway. But if you are a smoker, I know how hard it is to quit. Okay, you're changing an addiction, maybe you're changing a habit, you're changing a lifestyle, and just by that one thing, cut it back. Think about the excess thing. Think about limiting it, reducing it. Okay, I would say let's avoid the word limiting. Let's reduce it. Let's become in control of it, so that whatever it is that we do, whether it is how much fruit and veg we're eating, or whether it is how much alcohol we're drinking, we're doing it in moderation and balance. Okay, balance is the key. Now, number four, I've put calm the mind. The reason I put calm the mind rather than meditation is because when I say meditation, some people think or whatever. Okay. Now, I used to think that way. That's why I kind of joke about it a little bit, because that was kind of a limiting belief I had a bit. That meditation was this uncomfortable sitting, listen to somebody or some music, and it doesn't have to be. Okay, your mind is your most powerful tool. Okay, you can calm the mind, control the mind, calm the mind, you can strengthen the body. Okay, and you can achieve so much more. Okay, now meditation can be that sitting, hands in prayer, just resting. It can be lying and just breathing. Okay, you could listen to a guided meditation, you could just listen to your breath, you could listen to music, you could go for a walk, you can paint. If painting is something quite therapeutic, you can even get this paint by numbers. I used to have a 3D cross stitch. So one where you stick the ones on. Okay, if anyone knows, sticking the ones on. Okay, so I used to do that because it was so repetitive. It was just therapeutic, and it was just quite mindful because I wasn't really thinking about anything else but what color went to which spot. Okay, whatever it is for you, take some time to calm the mind. Even I stare out the window, look at the tree with my coffee. Okay, you could even do something as small as that for 5 minutes in the day, and that will certainly help you calm the mind and let go of the clutter. Okay, now number 5, it kind of connects because we want to do something that makes us happy, so something we enjoy, because when we do things that we enjoy, there go those happy hormones, because they kick off naturally within us. We start to feel the sense of relaxed serenity, euphoria, and all the good stuff, which not only boosts our mood, it boosts our energy, but it also boosts our health. So it can actually have a really positive effect on your body. Okay, so make a time, even if it's an hour once a week, make time to really do something that you enjoy. Okay, now number 6 is practicing gratitude. Now, gratitude is more than just opening the door and saying thank you. Okay, gratitude is a practice in itself. It is shown to boost your genuine happiness. And of course, when we're happier, we are healthier. So it can actually strengthen your body. It can actually strengthen your immune system and all this sort of stuff. Okay. And you don't have to suddenly go and create this amazing thing to be thankful for. You could be thankful for the fact you have shoes on your feet, food on your plate, running water, the fact you've got the access to watch YouTube. Okay. You can have gratitude for anything and everything. And the more you express it, the better you will feel. Okay, so that's number 6. So like I said, there's 11 of these guys. There's 5 more to go. And there is that precious little tip at the end of how to bring them all in, because you may be thinking, I've done half of these already and I'm not managing it. Well, wait to the end and I'll give you some advice on that. Okay. Now, number 7, I've hit on this before on a separate video, and that's sleep, because sleep is our most precious habit. It's free, it's natural, and it's the one thing that gives us the most health benefits than anything else. Okay. However, it's also the one thing we're all lacking at times, or gets neglected because it's so natural that we kind of shut it off or we cut it short. Okay. So as adults, we need a recommended of 7 to 9 hours, but there are many of us who are getting less. Now, one, yes, you can function on less. It's not about what you can function, it's about health. So if you're there at 6 hours and you're going, I'm fine, I don't need any more, naturally, for your optimal health, you do. Okay. The number 2 is those who are struggling to sleep and maybe getting 3 hours a night. Okay. Now, sleep can feel like a chore, but trying to improve the quality of your sleep or even adding an extra 10 minutes on, that might be all you can do, but that extra 10 minutes will certainly benefit you. Okay. Or even if it's taking a nap during the day, something that you can do quite easily. Find out what your challenge is with that habit and then focus on changing that little bit. Maybe it's taking on a greater sense of ease and relaxation. Maybe it is more physical agitation. Okay. That can all be sort of looked after a little bit to improve. Okay. Now, number 8. Remember, I said this is you. Your healthy eating is about you. It's personal, it's unique, it's special. So is your story. Yes, you have this amazing story. So what you tell yourself is how you feed that story. Okay. Now, positive affirmations are useful. They're valuable every day. They can be used anywhere, and they don't need to be far-fetched. Okay. I mean, my financial one is when I sit there and I'm doing my finances and I'm like, oh, I know, I'm going, no. I always pay my bills on time. I'm okay. I can pay my bills. And it just calms you down. Okay. Your finances may be in a completely different state. You may be absolutely flying high. Never need to worry. You may be the other. Okay. And sort of really balancing the books. Even just taking on that, it's okay. I can pay my bills. Or finding an affirmation that is positive. So that I ams, I cans, I know that you connect with and that connects to your story, but not your story of where you are sitting or where your story of where you want to be. So I know I can always pay my bills. That's why I always use that one. Okay. And that leads us into number 9. Okay. And number 9 is disconnecting. Okay. Because when we disconnect, that means we switch off from devices, we turn off our mobiles, we take a break, and we sort of switch off from the news, the outside world, and all the external stories. Okay. So like I said, we were talking about our personal story. Remember what we feed ourselves. When we disconnect, we switch off the sort of anxiety, the attachment to everything else. Okay. So taking the time to switch off before bed, having no phones in the bedroom if you can, maybe a half hour, an hour, no devices before bed, taking the time to disconnect. I always do on a Sunday. Okay. Sunday afternoons, no device Sunday. That's how it works. I do not even turn the TV on. If I want to watch a film, I have to wait till after 6 o'clock in the evening. I don't enjoy any TV. Okay. I make myself do something else. Okay. And actually, it feels really good by the end of it. The days I've not felt as good were the days I used to use on my devices. Okay. So set yourself a little parameter, even if it's an hour on a Sunday. Give yourself a chance to disconnect. Now, number 10 might be kind of obvious, but I put personal hygiene. Okay. Now, nobody wants to be the stinky person. So it's things like clean teeth, obviously, that we're having a wash and things like this. Your personal hygiene not only makes you feel a bit better, but obviously how people respond to you. Okay. So we've all had those days where we're feeling sick and we don't want to shower and stuff. Have you ever had that shower and you know how great you feel afterwards? Okay. It is part of your health, for your body, but also for how you feel inside. Okay. So taking a personal care routine is not a bad thing. You don't have to go crazy and buy crazy products or anything like this. You can just get up, go to the toilet, clean my teeth, I'm going to wash my face, brush my hair. And you could have this personal care routine that's really, really simple, but make sure you have it, okay? Because your body needs to represent your story. It needs to feel the love that you have for your life, okay? Now, last one, and then I will get you onto that tip, and that is to stimulate your mind, okay? So, when I say that, is doing something to stimulate your mind is something like reading, okay? Maybe it is an artist thing because you're not that way inclined, okay? Something that makes you think, okay? Now, for my sister, she's very artistic, so her to sit and draw a picture isn't very hard. For me, that's kind of like, oh my God, this is like the mission impossible. Probably looks like a toddler's drawn it. Okay. Choose something that's very personal. Okay. But stimulating the mind and making the mind keep sort of working obviously keeps the mind healthy, but it also helps you develop personally and professionally. So, of course, everyone wants to grow. Your mind is a tool, it needs to be worked. Okay. So, each week, my one goal for 2023 was to try and to read a chapter a week. Okay. The reason I said try there was because one weekend I let myself down. Okay. And I felt like I let myself down and I was like, okay, it's fine. And I had to sort of remind myself that I can't always do it. Okay. Give yourself grace. There's a free bonus tip. Give yourself grace. Okay. Because you will set yourself these targets or goals and things like this, and they won't always get there. Okay, this is where we get into that nice little tip I told you about. So, first part is being able to give yourself grace because you will have days where you don't hit it, like me not reading my chapter. Okay, there will be days that happens. Okay, but then there'll also be days where you'll do that and that and that and everything, and you'll feel amazing. You're like, oh my God, I wish every day could be like this. Okay. Celebrate those days. Now, how do you bring all of these in? Okay. Firstly, if you're not doing any of these, pick one. Okay. It's that simple. You want to focus on one thing for about a 2 to 4 week period, right? Now, that may seem like a long period of time, but it depends what you're changing, okay? If it's your eating, my eating program is actually, I think it's about 8 programs. That's about 16 weeks focused just on your nutrition, okay? That's 16 weeks to change your food, but you're changing a habit that's going to last you a lifetime, okay? So this is slow change. So don't think, oh my gosh, you just give me 11, I'm not doing anything. This isn't possible. Think, okay, well, actually this week, what I can do is I can work on moving my body, because that's something I really will benefit me. And actually what you may find is if you start going for a walk every day, that may be your calming the mind. Okay. It may be your chance to disconnect. So you can bring them together. So this tip is about breaking it down so that you're not tackling everything at once, because that's where a lot of it goes wrong. Okay. Try and do it all at once is actually kind of setting yourself up for failure. Probably a good day or two, but generally in the long run, it's very, very hard. You have to be extremely disciplined. Okay. So break it down, pick one, and focus on doing that well and in a way that integrates with your lifestyle. After about 2 weeks, put that into maintenance mode and bring another one in. Okay. Like I said, you could start connecting 2 or 3 and bringing them together. And then that way you'll actually find that suddenly you'll be like, oh my God, you've got 6, 7, 8. I've got all 11 of these healthy habits. And remember I said about grace, because there are times where it won't be perfect. You won't get it all right. But rather than stressing about what you got wrong and then just going, oh, I give up, just go, that's fine. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to do what I can tomorrow. Because then you're changing your story, you're writing those positive affirmations, and of course, you're taking action. So if you have enjoyed this and you found some use in those tips and, of course, those 11 habits, then do drop in a like, drop in your comments, and, of course, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.